So we are going to discuss about operational amplifier, op-amp, in detail. Okay. Now it's more comfortable. Operational amplifier. So in the name itself, operations is there. Correct. Obviously, it is an extended version of a diode only. To be very frank, it's an extended version of a diode. But why we are giving the operation in the sense it can do lot of mathematical operations. Like addition, subtraction, differentiation, integration, everything it can do. So if you ask me what is the purpose of this operation amplifier, I'll tell you this thing. So for example, our pulse is there. So in hospital, ECG pulse is taken.
Yeah.
So that may be everything in sinusoidal waves. Correct, sine wave. Something like this it will go. Correct?
Yes,
Is it easy for me to measure those things? No. So what I had to do is I had to convert these signals, the sine signals, into what? Square waves. What is it? Square waves or triangular waves. In the sense, square waves in the sense, I'll just draw here. It's a very easy thing. You can just listen for 1 minute. It will be pakka.
Yeah.
You understand fully. Okay. So this is my sine wave. But these sine waves are difficult for me to measure. So what I will do in this is, I'll make it a square wave. Now I can know the period, right? From what length to what time and everything. Correct?
Yeah.
These are the square waves. Then if it is here, let it be the amplitude, the height, and this is the time. You got the point. So I can measure. Okay, from this to this is the thing. I can measure everything. Yes. Square waves are for measuring purposes. Square waves, even triangular waves. Correct. I can understand total amplitude, measuring the frequency. To convert that, how do I do it? By Laplace transform. That is there in your M2.
Okay.
Laplace transform. Okay, Laplace transform is there in our mathematics too. So for these mathematical operation, we use what? Operational amplifier. Op-amp. Short form, it's called
Op-amp.
Yes, op-amp. Very friendly guy. Okay, very easy to study also. So if you just listen for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes I want. Okay, I can teach the entire op-amp principle very easily. Okay, I can compare and I can teach you. Just 5 minutes I need your time. 5 minutes, please concentrate. That's it. Not more than that. Now I'm going to teach you. One is minus, other is plus. Okay, one is minus, other is plus. So the plus I am grounding it. Plus I am grounding it. In the sense, it is called inverting op-amp. Inverting op-amp. So I'll tell you what it is. No need to worry. Okay, very easy thing to remember. So I'm just drawing the graph like this. Or let me make it more easy. Like this I'm drawing. What is this? Input voltage. VI. Correct? Now I need what? The output voltage, right? V naught. If I'm using the op-amp, I have to get an input and this is my output. The output is this one.
Yeah.
What is this VI? Whatever it is there. You got the point. This is my VI. Fine. This is my VI. So what I am going to do in this is, for output voltage, this particular thing, it will be like this. In the sense it's inverting. It is reversing the signs. It is what reversing the signs. Whereas if I put my plus here, and minus if I'm grounding. In the sense, this is my voltage supply, okay? VS voltage is my output. This is Vs or Vi input. Input voltage or
Yeah.
if I want to draw a graph for this, here what is grounded?
Minus.
Very good. Minus is grounded in the sense it is non-inverting. So in the sense
It will add.
like this. Same thing on it will come.
Okay.
Same thing it will come. This is called non-inverting.
Okay.
So when plus is grounded, it is inverting. Minus is grounded, non-inverting. You got this is called the inverting mode. Easy or difficult to remember?
Easy, sir.
I think even 5th standard kids can learn it, correct?
Yeah.
That's it. Simple thing. This is my first thing.
Mm.
Okay. Inverting and non-inverting thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to our, so obviously this can be used as inverting amplifier, and there are some characteristics of this. You got the point. Some characteristics of this. Before that, I want to tell you something called slew rate. Very important term. Slew rate. I'll tell you. So first thing is, if I tell you definition, we cannot learn. So d V naught by dt. That's it. So in the sense, what is V naught? Output voltage.
Output voltage.
Correct.
Per time.
Yes. In our class 12th, we have learned in one chapter, application of derivatives. Okay. What is the thing? The rate of change of.
Yeah.
Correct. So in the sense, we use what? Differentiation. Now this is what rate of change of
output voltage.
Output voltage
Per time.
with respect to time. So what is slew rate?
It is defined as
rate of change of output voltage.
Rate of change of output voltage
time.
with respect to time.
Or per unit time. Easy or difficult?
Easy, sir.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. So this definition, can you write by your own?
Yeah.
Difficult or easy to remember?
Easy, sir.
Very good. Now next definition. These are the difficult definitions, okay? CMRR. Common mode. What is this thing called? Common mode rejection ratio.
Common mode rejection ratio.
Rejection ratio.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this CMR is I think equal to AD by ACM. What is my A stands for?
Amplitude.
A stands for gain.
Okay.
Amplitude is correct, but here electronics A is what? Gain. Correct. D stands for what? Differential gain.
Okay.
And CM stands for common mode gain. So what is it? The ratio of differential gain to the common mode gain is called CMRR ratio. You got the point?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yeah.
Easy or difficult?
Easy.
Excellent. Fine. Now, this is the two definition we have to learn. And one of the important questions that can come in any exam is nothing but what? Characteristics of what? Op-amp. This also I'll give you a clue. Or I'll tell you one shortcut in this. Okay, the shortcut is nothing but put infinite. What is it?
Infinite.
Can you remember this term?
Yeah.
Infinite. Infinite voltage gain, AV. Okay, infinite input impedance. Infinite input impedance. Infinite slew rate.
Okay.
Infinite CMRR.
Okay.
Can you remember these four things?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Perfect. Infinite is my keyword here. Infinite slew rate, infinite CMRR, infinite voltage gain, infinite input impedance. Then there are some more characteristics which I given you in notes.
Yeah.
Easy or difficult?
Easy, sir.
Very good. Now coming to the inverting amplifier. Okay, inverting amplifier. Is this my inverting amplifier?
Yeah.
That's it. So non-inverting amplifier, you know what it is, right?
Negative is connected to earth.
Correct. Yes. Now coming to, there is something called voltage follower. What is it called?
Voltage port.
Yes. Now I will ask you. Okay, I'll draw it neatly so that it will be interesting for you to learn.
Yeah.
Only for you, I'm drawing this much neatly. For me, I won't draw. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You should tell me what is an amplifier in this. Okay. What kind of thing is this? Or else I'll remove the ground for you this time. Yeah, this is fine. And I'll just put it like that. This is my input voltage Vi, and this minus and plus I'm just putting it. Correct? Voltage follower in the sense I just connect the input voltage, no? Correct? It takes out the voltage. In the sense, the feedback. This is called a feedback amplifier. In the sense, voltage follower. In the sense, output voltage follows the input. So whatever I get the answer from this, right? This is taken as an input to the amplifier.
Oh. It keeps on rotating, sir. Then.
I'll tell you. Output is equal to the input. That is my voltage follower. What is it?
Voltage follower.
Correct. In the sense, the wire from the output only, I'm giving it as an input.
Yeah.
Clear? Now this is plus. So what kind of amplifier is this? Inverting or non-inverting?
Non-inverting.
Very good. Because input voltage is what? Vi, the plus.
Vi.
So non-inverting amplifier. So again, you can learn a lot of things from this. If I draw a graph here, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Invert. Yes, that's it.
Oh.
Easy, difficult. Easy?
Easy, sir.
Yes. Now coming to the, I'll tell you, integrator. What is it? Integrator. The same thing, what I'm going to tell now is, I'll write it here, integrator. Integrator in the sense, this voltage follower is there, right? 2 more minutes, you have to be attentive, that's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1 second. 2 more minutes, that's it. Not more than that.
Yeah.
So voltage follower, I drew what? This one, right? Correct? If I put a capacitor in between, it becomes what? My integrator.
Okay.
Integrator, what I have to put? Capacitor. This is again, I'm teaching you diagrams how to remember.
Yes, sir.
Now, differentiator. What is it? Differentiator. Differentiator in the sense, rub this thing. Then put what? A resistor. That's it. Then it becomes what?
Differentiator.
Yes, that's it. You got the, is it easy or difficult? They will check these things. Input, you can do anything here. Capacitor you can put, resistor you can put, everything. But they'll check these things.
Okay.
Now, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
This is teaching the diagrams.
Yes.
Easy or difficult? Op-amp.
Yes, sir.
Is easy or difficult?
It's blur, sir, a little bit voice.
What about